Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Dub. Let's take a look at the ongoing events right now, and then we'll pop into the store and check out some packs. So, first of all, we got Double the Legendary! Hell yeah, this is where we can summon one hero and then you'll get an additional one. So, let's get up in here, and I turned the banner off by clicking this little button down here. Kratos, he's. Get out of here. Kratos is decent, but he's kind of outdated. He's got a weird kit. He won't really carry you in campaign, and he's fallen out of the meta. So I highly recommend turning the banner off and trying to go for somebody like Montdan or Hades, somebody newer that's currently in the meta. So let's go ahead and summon. See who we end up getting on my alt account. Gonna go full pity. Dang, for real. Went all the way to full pity. And I got Jubei and Trapero. Haha, well, I've got Trapero E5 already on this account. I think. Do I not get a dragon after that? Oh, she's E4. Okay, now she's E5. And I think I've already got Jubei on this account too. I mean, that's pretty solid getting some exclusives on here, you know? Juve is still being used right now in endgame Luli and the PvE side. So that's not a bad, and he's a filler on the Attribute Steel team. So he's not a bad hero to have. And, you know, Trapero, I mean, those are pretty good pulls in my opinion. That's probably the best 2 times the legendary I've ever had. Alright. Next up we have that's this wish rebate. If you do pull some of those heroes, you can move up. I wouldn't pay too much attention. Don't let this bait you, because I mean you should really just pull for the, you know, the 2 times the legendary, and then stop pulling after that. That's all that we really use our summons for. Everything else gets saved for like LTE reruns and targeted banners, and this isn't a good banner to target. All right, next up we have Unbridled Joy. We got I think this is the children's event. So we have some pay to win deals in here. If you are very in game and have a pretty large budget, I mean it's got everything that you need for about $260, I think. So definitely a cracking menu right there. Then we have a holiday banner where we have 7 days of rewards, which culminates in this cool little paper airplane avatar. Here is our pay to win event. It's called Sweet Candy. We have Yummy Candy and Luscious Candy. So it looks like we get a. Do we start off? We started off with 5, and we can buy 5 for 300 gems each. I can't because I don't have enough gems. I haven't done the math on any of this yet, but I would imagine that in order to yeah, here we go. So you get the first candy, and you have this chance of getting luscious candy coins. You have a 10% chance, so roughly 1 in 10. If you buy those first 5 gems, that'll give you 10 chances. You're more than likely to get this luscious gem. And then you get to pick which slot you put it in. So you can go for this icon, which can get you an LTE box with Bridget, with all the new LTEs essentially. Or you can go with this fox icon where you can go after pets, which has up to the newest Oolong Dragon or Luong Dragon, the long D. We could go after this icon where you can get the pet gear and pet gear shards. So 10% chance. You need to, I don't know how, so this would be like 4 of them, 2 of them. And then on the, no, I'm not buying you. Get out of here. Then on this side you have a 5% chance. So you'd end up needing to get roughly, what is that, 20 luscious coins. All right, give me a second. Okay, so we need 50 of them to guarantee this reward up here. So that's going to be, if we do like 2 of these packs, that's $40 for 34. We get 10 with diamonds and the free stuff, so that puts us at 44. And then another $6 puts us right at 50. So it's going to be all the gems, the 99-cent pack, the $5 pack, then 2 of these packs. That's $86, and it's 1,500 gems in order to guarantee one of these boxes. And then that should roughly net you 5 of these luscious candy coins to use down here. And you'll have a pretty bad percentage to get whichever one you want. Like 5% chance, and you have 5 coins. So, yeah, you probably need another 50. You probably have to drop another $100 to guarantee a box off the RNG. So I don't really recommend doing that, unless you're going to keep. I don't think that there is another tier for this. It's just 50. Sometimes it's tiered, so it has another guaranteed box at 100 points or something like that. It doesn't look like it has it this time. This is a gambler's event. I don't care for it. Just if you go for it, just go for the guarantee, not for the RNG. I'm gonna pull some of mine. Echo. Gold. Treasure. Is that it? Alright, dope. Next we have holiday packs. We'll come back to this. And then lastly we have the holiday pass, where you'll complete these quests every day to move up in the rewards. And we have the free to play category, where you'll get a bunch of gems, and you'll get this epic dragon eye, and you'll get a superior dragon scale, which is awesome. And then the pay to win version, it's okay. It has more, I call it end game stuff, because like these mystic stones are more of a focus if you're in the end game. So it's decent value if you buy it, but the epic eye is really what the big thing is here to aim for. Alright, next up we got the Devil Training Project. This is a good free-to-play event as well as pay-to-win. I forget exactly, but I think you can get up to the aura chest free. Or by spending gems daily, you can get, pretty close to getting that. And then I believe these 10 miracle runes are like 99 cents or $5 or something like that. And then if you have a much larger budget, I mean, this event gets you a little bit of everything to grow your account, essentially. And I'm not sure exactly what the price is to get everything, and I'm not calculating that now. But it is a decent value event, and you get a little bit of everything if your budget is large. Next we have the Combat Pass. Looking at the pricing real quick, you have your $25, which is going to get you, the main stuff that's in the pass, and then you have the Legend Pass for an additional $15, which gets you 10 shards, and some other stuff and some miracles. If it's in budget, I recommend getting the Legend Pass for $15. The shards and the miracles are well worth it. If not, the regular pass is still really good value, as far as it comes down to getting echoes and just enhancing like the gear side of your resource accumulation with gear and mystic stones and echo summons. overall, I feel like this is a good pass, and then you get a blessing at the end of it. In order to complete Combat Pass, you have to do these quests every day, and then you have your challenge quests, which you'll do over the course of 2 weeks. It's mainly completing arena challenges. Alright, I already looked at the holiday sign-in. And then lastly for events, we have the World Boss. Alright, so in this challenge, what we do is we take 3 teams every day and try to get as much damage possible against this boss. When we look at the mechanics, you'll see essentially that we need to have, it's right in here, you basically need to run an HP burning team, like a full 5 tag team, or pursue an attack, a combination of the two, but preferably HP burning with some pursue and attack dual tags. And then we'll need to use a poison team, preferably with attribute steel tag, and we'll want to use an HP deduction team, preferably it can have burn, bleed, or internal injury tags. So those are the teams that you're wanting to use, and getting as much damage as possible every day for the length of the event. There are different ranked rewards. First of all, you get 50 gems per day just for participating. And then we have our individual rankings, which is going to be global. Or no, this is going to be per division. It breaks up like your division, I believe. And you get put into this grouping, and you can get up to 10 miracles or 500 gems, and 500 gems, I mean. So this is a really good event to supplement, just get some last minute income before the LTE arrives. And then for the global rankings, you see Ice Storm is in first place with his giant damage. He's going to get this cool avatar as well as 3,000 diamonds. And, the general population of people should get a decent chunk of diamonds by doing this. Looks like it's up to 800. It'll probably be around 500 for the bulk of people, I would imagine. But I can't scroll all the way down. And then we have our guild ranking, and get a lot more diamonds and some cool avatars and stuff. So overall, I really like this guild boss event. Make sure that you're hitting it daily and that you're getting as high as damage as possible. Moving on to look at the store, at the packs that are in-house. So first off, we have our holiday pack. This is a good price for 10 echoes, 99 cents, and then it's just as good for 30 echoes at $5. I know it doesn't equate, but it's good enough for me. And I tend to ignore excellent runes, but if you like, these little 99-cent packs, why not get 5 excellents? Alright, we do this new 30-day login calendar has some good pet deals. So if you're new and if you're an existing account and you've decided to spend, these are good value. We have our Madalena update section. You see here we get a free pack. Always love a freebie, so make sure you always check in here when we have new stuff going on. This first pack is kind of older. Bunch of older heroes in it, and the echo is just the same. I tend to skip these. I'm not spending $20 on something I don't need. Then here, another echo pack for $50, as well as some echo XP and one of the new blessings. I mean, that's good value for what it is, and if you are missing some echoes, why not pick one up? And then we have our Aura Runestone packs. I pass on that as well. That's too expensive for my blood. We have our benefit pack. These are always good to snatch up. You get this epic eye for $5 and a bunch of gems to go buy miracles with. And the rest of these are, just little odds and end packs. And the holiday pack, I don't care for these faction artifact selection packs unless you desperately need one for the upcoming LTE. I'll just farm Marius until I get one that I care for. We have these excellent packs. Just I think excellence I would value around 20 cents per. So kind of keep that conversion on your head when you look at these packs, and you determine for yourself if you feel like it's worth it. So like for $5, I would want to get, I don't know, like 30 excellence or 25 excellence, something like that. So I mean that's close to it. I just can't stomach buying excellence. And these Aura Runestone packs, they're so expensive for what you get out of them, especially if you're trying to level like one of the new auras or the like versatility aura that uses those top tier runestones. Like it's so expensive. So I tend to skip those and I just farm them as they come. And these regression potions, the primordial potions for unequipping arcane gems, I mean that's expensive for what it is as well. Um, and you do get 50 Mystic Stones, which guarantees an arcane gem, plus the ability to remove one. Super expensive, man. That's really end game Kraken stuff. And same with the training pack stuff. I tend to ignore that one. Then looking at the Infinite Surprise Pack, this probably be, I'm going to look through this one and then look through the Flash Pack. Same thing with the Excellent Rune. Then we have this box with up to Sheena, as well as up to Sheena Echo for $40. That's good value. That's good value if it's in budget. And then we have the same thing, but up to Matsuki for $50. Again, great value. A hero with an Echo for $50 is great value. A recent one, like recent options, year 4 heroes. You'll have to look at my infographic to determine which ones those are, but Matsuki's the newest one that's in packs right now. As far as Flash Pack goes, these are typically pretty high budget items. You see here, you can get a bunch of echoes and stuff are pretty expensive. I ignore gear packs for the most part. I don't like the idea of buying gear and just 3 million gold for that amount of money. I skip over those 100% of the time, every time. And then for the Infinite Surprise Pack, the miracles are good value. We just saw one for $5 for 30 echoes, I think, didn't we? Yeah, here's $5 for 30 echoes, and we have 30 echoes for $10 right here. So I'd skip that one if I just bought the 30 for $5. This is an interesting one. You get an arcane gem up to the Soul Hallow, which is the second newest arcane gem. And then 10 summons of each and some regression potions. I would consider getting that one. And the pet pack, I mean, this is pretty basic value for pets, I feel like. And we have the legendary Dragon Eye valued at around $40, and an Ape Blessing, which is roughly an S tier of the mythic blessings. These are supreme blessings. So that they're valuing that around $30, it looks like, for the two. I mean, if you want that stuff, go for it. Same with all of these new blessings. They're new and shiny. Then we have a bunch of gold packs. That's pretty expensive. I mean, 10 million won't even, and a dragon scale, that won't even get you a fully upgraded piece of gear. And they're giving you 4 pieces of gear, so you'd have to buy these 3 times, $150 to get enough gold to even level 1 piece of gear, and it's going to get you 12 pieces of gear. So you have 1 in 12 chance of getting some decent rolls. I don't go for these gear packs ever. I mean, I would get it maybe for the gold, but that's way too expensive. And all these other ones are just standard, like gotcha packs. Pretty bad value most of the time through there. Alright, so I think that's it for now. There's, decent amount of events going on. The main thing is this world boss. I really enjoy this event where you come in and you min-max for a few days and see how you compete against people at a global level and at a more server level, as well as guild versus guild. So it's very cool little pay free to play PvE event. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful. If you like this content, like and subscribe. That's it for now. Take care.